You need to give your feedback so that we can improve the quality of the meeting. At the same time, please cast votes when told to do so, so that the right person is judged as the winner in today's meeting. So it was in the year 12th June 1932 in a small village called Palakkad. This gentleman was born. After completing his schooling in Kerala, he moves to Andhra Pradesh to do his BTech. Once he completes his engineering, he starts working as a lecturer. From there, he moves to Bombay to work with Bombay Port Trust. While working in Bombay Port Trust, he appears for the Indian Engineering Services exam and joins railway as a probationary engineer. It was in 1964 something happens and he got the opportunity to showcase his talent. A cyclone hits a place called Rameshwaram and the railway bridge there was collapsed. The railway gives time of 6 months for rebuilding this bridge, and his boss gives him 3 months to complete the work, just like our bosses do. So within 3 months, he was supposed to complete the project. And was he able to complete the project on time? Was he able to bring out the best from himself? To help us bring the best out of ourselves, we have our auxiliary role players. Our auxiliary role players are the first auxiliary role player for today is the timer of the day, and that is being played by Toastmaster Karthik Mishra. I'd request Toastmaster Karthik, and please explain the role. Toastmaster Karthik.
Thank you, Timod. Good evening, everyone. Me, myself, Karthik Mishra, timer of today's meeting, will take a note of time taken by each and every role player and respective speakers. I will note, remind, and report the time taken by all of you, and I will submit my report at the end of the meeting. Over to Timod.
Thank you so
And
much.
sorry to interrupt, I forgot to tell that I will show time limit in 3 stages. First is green light, second is yellow light, and third is red light. It shows in my virtual background of my screen. I respect, I request respective speakers and role players to pay attention to my window. That's it from mine. Over to team mode.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Karthik. Our next auxiliary role player is the R counter of the day, and that's being played by Toastmaster Alok Kujur. I'd request Toastmaster Alok to explain the role.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Nobody likes interruptions. The lightning speed with which we click skip ad button on YouTube is a proof. No wonder people pay money to YouTube to get rid of such interruptions. Sadly, while speaking on stage, we use filler words, which are also interruption of a sort, but there are no such skip buttons. In fact, too much filler words can propel people to skip the entire message. So, the R counter today, I will be keeping track of all those interruptions. I'll keep track of all the filler words such as or catch words such as like, basically that we may use that we may use while speaking, so that we know what are the interruptions that are hindering the flow for speech. Also, I'll be presenting the report towards the end of the meeting when called upon by the general evaluator. Uh, Till then, good. All the best to all the speakers from my side. Thank you. Back to Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Alok. Our next auxiliary role player is the language evaluator of the day, and that is being played by Toastmaster Jyoti Kumari. Toastmaster Jyoti, I would request to please explain the role.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Like a Karma Yogi in public speaking, the basis of all public speaking is dependent on language. And my role in making you the Karma Yogis of public speaking is very important today. So today, my role will be specifically to look at 3 different points. One would be that I would be noting the good usages of language, and until now I have noted a lot of them. I would request all of you to continue performing as you're performing till now. My second role would be to notice the not so good usages of language where some grammar, some pronunciation, or some other error has happened, and I'll be reporting that. My third duty today is to give you the word of the day. And like Karma Yogis are proactive in their action, the word of the day today is proactive. So it is an adjective, and you can use it in the sentence in the form like be proactive during table topic session, and you can also use it as a proactive person ends up reaching great heights. So be proactive, use the word proactive, and I will proactively give a thumbs up so that you can keep using this word over and over again. So I'll be submitting my report at the end of the meeting when called upon by the general evaluator. Over to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jyoti. Toastmaster Jyoti is playing the role of the listener of the day also. So I would request to explain the role.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. So the role of the listener is a little, it's a little tricky and it's a little naughty. He will basically, she will find you napping at certain locations, and she exactly knows what are the points you're going to miss. So be very attentive, listen to every single word the speaker is going to speak on the stage, because I'm going to come up and test your listening skills at the end of the meeting. Over to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jyoti. So Rameshwaram Bridge collapsed. Railways give 6 months of target time. Boss gives 3 months of time. We all know how much time our protagonist took. He was very proactive and he completed the project within 46 days and went on to get the Railway Minister's Award. Any wild guesses except for the EC members? Who is this hero or the Karma Yogi who has won numerous awards and been associated with railways? Yes, Toastmaster Karthik.
It's E. Sridharan.
Absolutely. He is the metro man, the railway man. 1990, he got retired. And even today, at the age of 88, at the tender age of 88, he's still working. He's in the advisory board of multiple rail projects. He is the perfect example of a true Karma Yogi who has taught the world that your real worship or prayer is your karma, the work that you have been assigned to do. So that is the reason, or that is the book from which the theme of today's this thing has been inspired from. So we have today 2 speakers. That is the first section, that is the prepared speech section. We have 2 speakers today. The first speaker is Toastmaster Avishi Rathore, and her speech evaluator is Toastmaster Anand. I'd request Toastmaster Anand to brief the speech objectives.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster Avishi Rathore will be delivering level 2, project 2 from the dynamic leadership. The speech timing should be from 5 to 7 minutes. So timer, please do take a note of that. And there are mainly 2 objectives of this very speech, and I'd like to read out the same. The first is, the purpose of this project is for the member to learn about different communication styles and identify her primary style. And the second is, the purpose of the speech is for the member to share the impact of her style. So I wish the speaker the very best and looking forward towards speech. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anand. When I asked Toastmaster Avishi, for her, what does karma symbolizes? She said in very short 3 words that karma is dharma. And I asked her, is she a fan of Karan Johar? So karma is dharma as per her. Toastmaster Avishi Rathore, I have been adaptive unconsciously. Toastmaster Avishi Rathore, I have been adaptive unconsciously.
Please confirm, am I audible and visible clearly?
Yes, you are.
Okay, thank you. Everyone in this world has their unique style of communication. Some people sound sweet like cuckoo, while some are very annoying like a crow. We may talk to hundreds of people in a day, but only few touch our heart, and we want to talk to them more often. It's all about style of communication. Even research says that people fall in love not because of facial beauty, but mainly because of style of communication. Isn't it an interesting fact? Today, I will be talking about different communication styles and my style of communication. A very warm good evening to all fellow Toastmasters and guests. Understanding your own style is not easy until someone evaluates you or you evaluate yourself by watching you. We watch Toastmasters meeting recordings that the poor VPPR uploads on YouTube to see how we look when we speak and thereby improve our communication style. Now tell me, what's the first thing that you demand when you talk to someone? Anyone wants to say? What's the first thing that you demand when you talk to someone?
Eye
Attention.
contact.
The first thing that we, okay, that's also one of the form. So the first thing that we demand is attention, and I think eye contact includes that. We all need attention. You talk to your colleague in a completely separate tone than how you talk to your near and dear ones. We use same words, but they are different. But different tones are wrapped with various emotions. Until this Tuesday, I had no idea about what's my style of communication, and that put me into shock. Dynamic Leadership Pathway in Toastmasters gave me an opportunity to discover my style of communication. I went through all the descriptions of various communication styles, and to understand them better, I even tried to relate them to Toastmaster roles and formed a speech. Initially, I thought that everyone has only a particular communication style, but I introspected and I realized that I have depicted all of the communication styles in Toastmasters. And I realized that I've been adaptive unconsciously. I picked up the initiative communication style when I was vice president membership of our club from September 2020 to December 2020. Whenever new guests visited our club, it was my responsibility to initiate conversation with them. I was very energetic and enthusiastic. I was friendly and gregarious. I realized I was adaptive unconsciously. I adopted to direct communication style too. Whenever I take the role of speaker, I always join meeting on time. I'm very focused and try my best to stick to my speech objectives. I don't try to waste I don't like to waste my time in talking nonsense as I get only 5 to 7 minutes. So I don't beat around the bush and give my speech in a direct manner to reach the conclusion in a limited amount of time. I realized I have been adaptive unconsciously. I realized I showcased supportive communication style when I take the role of table topic master. I try to encourage people to volunteer to speak. If no one volunteers, I am calm and I catch hold of people. I ensure that everyone is comfortable and give easy topics to guests and good level topic to experienced members. I realized I have been adaptive unconsciously. I even adopted I even adopt analytical communication style when I pick up the role of general evaluator, speech evaluator, or any other auxiliary role. I'm very precise and concise. I try to pay attention to each and every word that fellow Toastmaster utter, be it the word count of ahs and ums, misuse of language, creative use of language, and whatnot. I realized I have been adaptive unconsciously. I adapted to different communication styles in different scenarios. None of the communication style is best. We just need to adapt them according to situation. So we all adapt unconsciously to various communication styles in our day-to-day life. In my case, my primary communication style is initiating. It's because I like to talk to people and I'm very friendly. To conclude, I would say communication is just like a pizza. Plain pizza bread tastes very common, but the type and the amount of toppings that we add make it delicious. Similarly, the type and the amount of emotions that we add to our words are the actual game changer. Words have power, and it is completely in our hands how we use these words to express our thoughts. And accordingly, we adapt to the communication style. Now, I would like to leave you all with a question. What communication style do you depict in your day to day life? Think about it. You may also take dynamic leadership pathway to explore this. Thank you. Over to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Avishi. Our next speaker is Toastmaster Bhavya Jain. When I asked her for what does karma symbolizes to her, she said that focusing on doing the right things. Toastmaster Bhavya Jain, successful club contest, Toastmaster Bhavya Jain.
Toastmaster Tito's speech objectives.
Oh, my apologies. Toastmaster Bhavya Jain's. Yeah, so Toastmaster Bhavya Jain's speech valedictory is Toastmaster Devi D. I would request her to read out the speech objectives.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tito. Am I clearly audible? Thank you. A warm good evening, Toastmasters and my dear guests. Toastmaster Bhavya will be delivering her Level 5 Project 1 from Innovative Planning Path. And the title of this project is High Performance Leadership Speech 1. The purpose of this speech is for the member to apply his or her leadership and planning knowledge to develop a project plan, organize a guidance committee, and implement the plan with the help of a team. So this will be her first speech, and after implementing her plan, she will come out with the next speech. So timer, please note the time is 5 to 7 minutes. All the very best, Bhavya, and over to you, TMOD.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Devi. So Toastmaster Bhavya Jain, successful club contest, Toastmaster Bhavya Jain.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tito. Am I audible? Yes, thank you. So leadership is a very important aspect in any organization. And along with leadership, good planning skills ensures that everything is achieved in a right way. In an organization, if every member of that organization are oriented and clearly told about the vision and what they're supposed to do, it helps them achieve the success and channelize their energy into the right direction. This ensures innovative ideas and cooperation among all the team members. Great leaders like Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, Zaha Hadid, and even E. Sridhan, on which today's theme is based, with their good leadership and planning skills, could achieve wonders. Like E. Sridhan is also called the Metro Man of India, who helped making the metro train in just 46 days with his good management and leadership skills. When he was given the project, it was already the half time and nothing was done. But he managed the time really well and channelized each and every member of his team to into the right direction so that they are clearly understood that what they are supposed to do and they can work on that. He had a ideology that no one should work more than 8 hours a day and overtime was not in his idea. So with his good leadership, everything come out really well. So taking inspiration from such leaders, even I want to apply those skills and make the club contest, which is going to happen in the next week, a success. So my vision is to have a quality-oriented and a unique club contest in which everyone is given a fair chance to perform, and our club sets a benchmark for other clubs as well. My core values would be teamwork, integrity, and a quality oriented contest. For that, I have my team of executive committee who would be helping me in achieving my aim. So, first of all, we have our Vice President Education, which is Toastmaster Tito Matthew, who is really working hard along with Toastmaster Santosh, who is also the Associate Vice President Education, in helping the members complete their level 2 for international speech contest, and also arranging various role players for the contest like chief judge and contest chair. Along with that, we have our Vice President Public Relationships, Toastmaster Avishi, who would be helping creating posters and flyers for the role players and winners, without which any contest is impossible. And we have our Treasurer, Toastmaster Karthik Mishra, who is guiding us about the budget and how much we should spend on all the logistics and awards so that we are well in budget, and Toastmaster Anand, who is the surgeon at arms and helping us getting the trophies arranged for the winners. So with my team, I'm sure we would be able to achieve a very good contest in which each and every member is given a fair chance and it is quality oriented. For that, I also need help from all the mentors in our club for encouraging your mentees to participate and just forget their fears, because these contests happen just once a year and nobody should think that I'm not good enough or I've participated once in this contest.
Toastmaster Tito. I
Yeah,
think Toastmaster Bhavya
no,
lost her
she's
connection.
back.
Yeah,
She's back.
sorry, I lost the connection. So these contests happen so that we can apply whatever we have learned till now and reach our best ability. So I would request that just put your fears away and incorporate the suggestions which have been given to your previous speeches, and have a look at your previous recordings in, like, as we record each and every meeting, and we can have a look at that and just keep the recommendations in mind, whatever we were given by evaluators, and then we can give a best speech in international speech contests and even participate in table topics if we are not eligible till now. So I'm sure my team of executive committee will work very hard to make this contest a great success with the right direction and focusing on their part of work so that we can have a good quality oriented contest. So I'm I'm looking forward to participation from all the members in our club, whether as a speaker or as a role player, so that we can have a great contest with the support of all the members. Over to you, Toastmaster Tito.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bhavya. I would request all of you to take a minute for giving feedback to both the speakers. Toastmaster Karthik, after completion of 1 minute, please take 30 seconds for launching the polls for the best speaker also.
Sure.
Thank you.
Who's launching the polls? Okay.
Toastmaster Tito, I will be launching the poll, so just let me know.
Time limit is 30 seconds or 1 minute?
1 minute for the feedback and 30 seconds for the poll.
Okay, fine.
I'd request 7 folks who have not voted still to please do that. It would be wonderful.
For more voting, time is up and 20 seconds more for feedback. Time's up for both things.
Okay.
Yeah, Toastmaster Tito, you can
Okay.
proceed.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Karthik. Any wild guesses? When was the first metro launched in India? The first metro. Yes, Toastmaster Karthik.
I can't recall the year. It started in the city of Kolkata.
Absolutely
Maybe in
correct.
1980.
The city is absolutely correct, but the launch year for Kolkata Metro was 1970, and it was handed over to the government in 1975. And Dr. E. Sridharan was again the in charge of that project. Not only completed the project well within the time, but well within the budgets also. So post 1975, his next big project was Cochin Shipyard. So the Cochin Shipyard was struggling with launching its first ship, MV Rani Padmini. And after many years of struggle, finally, Dr. Sridharan was brought on board and he launched the first ship in 1981 successfully, MV Rani Padmini. So now I call upon Toastmaster Karthik Mishra, who will be taking us through the exciting journey of impromptu speech section. Toastmaster Karthik Mishra.
First, I have request for others EC member to take up the role of timer as I am
Yeah,
table topic.
I'll take care of that.
Thank you. Bhavya.
Anand, could you please make me the co-host?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bhavya, for your proactive response. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Once again, I am Karthik Mishra, table topic speaker. Well, in this session, the table topic is speaking at an instant, impromptu without any preparation or any content pre-prepared for at least 1 minute or 2 minutes. We often see situations like in weddings, social gathering, and formal gathering when we have to speak for our loved ones with our heart or with our brain. So maybe this session will help you in future. Now, the rules of the table topic speakers are you have to speak for at least 1 minute. Time limit is 2 minutes. I will show not me, the timer Bhavya will show the cards. One at 1 minute green card, 1 minute 30-second yellow card, and 2 minutes red card. And grace period will be 30 seconds. So please take a note of your time. And I would call EC member for the benefit of guest to give a table topic speech. Anyone interested who's available? Or I have to choose someone? Anand, do you want to give a table topic speech?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Please. The topic given to you is: does social media and news gives us anxiety or not? Does social media or news gives us anxiety or not? Over to you.
Social media. How many of you have actually woken up at 10 a.m. in the morning with a phone sitting just beside your pillow, and as soon as you wake up, you don't go to the very wash basin to brush your teeth or the tooth, whichever you may call it, and instead you go and grab the phone to check what's the Instagram status or what's the FB status, and nowadays, of course, the WhatsApp status. This is something which have actually taken people for a hit. And the reason why I'm saying is because one has actually forgot that there are other important things in their lives as well. To me, as someone who is right now a student, and when I look back and when I look into the future for the next 10 to 20 years, what I say is the revolution that the information and technology is going to bring in our lives. Everybody, whether you are as simple as a person who is applying for a job of that of a peon or even that of a professor, the race to become more visible on the social media platforms is gonna be a very important reason if you are gonna be selected or not. You need to have a personal website. You need to have your presence all over the social media platform, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Instagram, whether it's the LinkedIn, whether it's the other platforms. You basically need to be present on the social media. Look at even of the topmost premier professors or institute holders or the CEOs of the company. They actually fetch money for being take a hit. They are going to take a hit in terms of emotions. They are going to take a hit in terms of money. They are going to take a hit in several other ways. So I really do feel that we must stick ourselves to our own and get a bit away from social media. Over to you.
Thank you, Anand. Now I would like to call guest Mannat. Do you want to give us table topic speech?
Yes, I would love to.
Okay, fine. The topic given to you is: who inspires you the most and why? Who inspires you the most and why? Over to you.
Thank you so much. My topic is who inspires you the most and why. Now, I'll not say that my parents inspire me, but it's a superhero, and that it's a pioneer of in the field of computer, who is Steve Jobs. I admire him a lot because basically he is not with us right here, but all of his teachings that he has left back to us is what I like the most about him. His selfless attitude towards the world and his wanting to make a change inspired me the most, and I myself am very I look up to him as my role model, and I also wish to do something great like him and make a mark, um, and be the next Steve Jobs for this world. So for me, he has inspired me since my childhood, and I have been walking on his steps. I have read about his biographies, his autographies, and have known a lot about him, and after knowing about it, I have come to a conclusion that he has some qualities that are not found in any other role model or superhero who is there. You either you say Bill Gates or you name any other. He has something of a unique quality that no one else has, and that is something I want to inculcate in myself and be the next Steve Jobs or the CEO of the Apple company when my time comes. Thank you so much, and over to you.
Thank you. Now I would like to call guest Tanu Sharma. Tanu Sharma, are you there? Guest Tanu, I guess he's not available. Okay, coming to Vipul, do you want to give table topic speech?
Sure, why not, Karthik?
Yes. Topic given to you is Internet has become a necessity like food, shelter, or clothes. Internet has become a necessity like food, shelter, or clothes. Do you agree or not? Please explain.
Sure. So let's go 2 decades back and imagine the world. We were still trying to get that landline connections in. We still had to stand in queues to get our railway tickets booked. And let's quickly zoom back to 2021 and try to answer or see how internet has impacted slowly and steadily our different phases of our lives. Are we now waiting for that 8 p.m. broadcast on DD National to see what is happening around the world? Are we trying to place a call after 10 p.m. to our distant relatives in Mumbai so that it's cheaper? So to summarize it all, this answers our question. It's everywhere. We now have learned to cohabitate with internet, and if we look through our days, starting from the time we wake up till the time we go back to bed, there's some part of internet that touches us. Uh, and y- and to see how, to the extent how it is necessary, let's also imagine a remote village in anywhere in India. With the penetration of telecom, even the farmers there are using it for weather forecast, or even the protests that are happening there. So all in all, internet is necessary, and it is definitely something that will be there in times to come. Thank you.
And now I would like to call guest Sachin Madhe. Uh, Sachin, are you there?
Toastmaster Karthik, Sachin is not connected via audio, but in the meantime, Toastmaster Vidya is raising her hand.
Okay, Vidya, guest Vidya, sorry, Postmaster Vidya.
Yes.
Okay, topic given to you is what is your goal or resolution of 2021? What is your goal or resolution of 2021? Please share us about it. Over to you.
Thank you so much. And thank you for reminding me about my goal and resolution. We tend to forget, and we need somebody to remind us. The goal of 2021, actually, I have a long-term goal, but you need to work day by day, month by month, year by year, and that is how you reach your long-term goal. So my long-term goal is I want to get into event management. I want to do something, something related to anchoring, and I'm very fond of dancing. So these are two major long-term goals. That is, I want to continue my passion of dancing. And the second is I want to get into event management because I'm a fun loving person. I love social gatherings. I love meeting people. So I thought when I love enjoying, so why not take it something related to that profession? And event management is where you have fun, you meet people, you socialize, and you spread that fun. So since I have these two long-term goals, dancing is that I want to learn dancing and I want to make videos as well, and maybe teach, learn, make videos and post on social medias, and be popular a little bit on that. So for these two long-term goals, I need to work right now, and I need to start making short-term goals. That would be in 2021 is getting connected with some event management company, working with them, maybe as a part-time or into anchoring, and preparing games, preparing myself so that when I am actually doing that, I'm ready for that. So I want to make my script ready. I want to make the games ready. I want to make the events that I could conduct ready in 2021. And I want to make certain videos of my dancing and post it on social media and get with some friends and make videos and post it on social medias. So for 2021, this is my plan: getting connected with some event management company and doing some videos of dancing. For this, of course, Toastmasters is a great avenue. For anything in your life, you have to have good communication, and I am on the right path. I am connected with Toastmasters and attending meetings and doing whatever is possible for me related to public speaking. So thank you so much for this topic.
Nice goals. Now, timer, do we have time for more speeches? You are muted, Bhavya.
Yes, Karthik, we have 5 minutes more.
Okay, now I would like to call guest Geeta Kashyap. Geeta, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. I'm there. Hello,
Okay.
I'm here.
Yes, yes. Topic given to you is climate change is affecting our lives. True or false? Please explain. Climate change is affecting our lives. True or false? Please explain. Over to you.
Thank you, Table Topic Master, for that amazing topic. Climate changes are affecting our lives. That is very, very true. We cannot deny the fact that the climate changes are changing our lifestyle, totally our lives. The reason we are ourselves responsible for this climatic changes. We are spoiling our environment. We humans are living on this earth as if we are the owners of this earth. We do not want to share it with any other living creature, be it the animals or the birds. We feel that it belongs to us. And we are cutting off all the trees. We are taking a position for this earth. And that is the reason that there is a lot of climatic change. And the snow is melting, the glaciers are melting, and it's become the global warming. And what's worse than what we had seen in 2020, the virus that had attacked the whole humanity, the whole universe, the whole the earth. Wasn't it really sad? And to a great extent, we are responsible for that, aren't we? Had we not been playing with nature, had we not been playing with the environment, we would not have been suffering so much. We have suffered a lot, and we will still suffer a lot. I remember a number of years back when I read in a book that we will be using a mask after a few years. That looked like a fiction. Today, it has become a reality. We are walking out of our houses with a mask. And similarly, after a few years, if we do not change ourselves, we'll be carrying this oxygen cylinders with us because there will be no oxygen very minimum oxygen left for our survival. And so let us make a pledge, let us make a promise that we are not going to spoil the environment. We are completely spoiling the rivers, cutting off the trees for our own selfish motive. We are killing the animals, poaching them and killing them just because we want to show our glory to the world. We want to carry a leather bag. We want to show off the ivory ornaments that we are wearing. And for that, we are not at all caring about the environment. So let us learn this lesson as soon as possible and save our planet Earth. Over to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you. Now I would like to call Toastmaster Alok. Toastmaster Alok.
Yes.
Okay. Topic given to you is privatization of government entities, or is a good or bad? Privatization of government entities is good or bad? Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster. I think it is both good and bad. For some people working in public sector, the culture in public sector is very, I can say, red tapeism is more. So the in public when the public sector enterprise is privatized, the uh, the working culture changes, which enhances the efficiency of the public sector. So in that way, it is a good. But it it is also bad because many people lose their job when they get enrolled in the private sector, because in private sector people are just based on their merits, and many people in public sector, when even when they were not very productive, they were retained in the position, but when they went into the private sector, they were laid off, or they were uh, they were not in the they were not in the job anymore. So I think it is both good and bad. So that's it.
Thank you. I guess the time is up for the table topic session. Each of the respective speakers have very nice thought. As per the theme of the meeting, Karam Yogi, I hope everyone's deeds would be very nice as per their thoughts. That's it from my end. Over to Timon.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karthik, for such a wonderful session. Now I would request to launch the polls for the best table topic contestants. For that,
There are two people who need to vote. I would request them if they can vote. It would be really very helpful for us.
Voting time is up.
so Anand, should I proceed?
Yes, Toastmaster Tito, you can proceed.
Okay. So any wild guesses? How much time does it take to travel by train from Delhi to Kanyakumari? Any wild guesses? How much time it takes by a train from Delhi to travel till Kanyakumari?
66 hours.
40
40
hours.
hours, 40 hours.
So it takes almost 58 hours. Karthik is almost close. So basically, it takes almost 3 days. If you today board the train, you'll reach day after tomorrow. And I still remember when we used to travel, it used to take a route Delhi to Agra, Agra to Bhopal, Bhopal to Nagpur. Then it used to enter Andhra Pradesh. So entire India we used to see. And then from there it used to enter Coimbatore. Then from Coimbatore it used to enter Palghat area in Kerala, and then it moves to Kanyakumari. So in this process, it used to take almost 50 hours at least, even to reach the middle part of Kerala. So there was another route which is called as a Konkan route, and that route would have taken at least 12 hours lesser, but that was considered unachievable, unattainable. And this project was being evaluated by multiple teams, and the British team said that this project you can't just finish. So today we have the general evaluator of the day who will be taking us through the self-awareness session. For that, I would request Toastmaster Roli Sinha to come up and share the report. Toastmaster Roli Sinha.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the meeting. Good evening, Toastmasters, visiting Toastmasters, and visiting Gavalier. I hope she's still here. I hope that you'll be having a fantastic meeting. For me, this evaluation segment, the theme of today's meeting, and my childhood form a kind of a triangle. In the evaluation segment, we try to check out all of the things that have gone very well, and we try to identify our improvement areas, which is the purpose of any test or evaluation. When I was young, every single Monday morning, 9:30 a.m. meant a Monday test, an evaluation of all that we were supposed to have studied in the previous week. Mr. Sridharan, every single Monday morning, 9:30 a.m., used to conduct an evaluation meeting with all of his team members to check the previous week's performance. What is most inspiring for me is that he realized that stagnation would set in after the efficiency had been brought in. So it was important to constantly challenge ourselves, demand more from ourselves in order for constant improvement. That is perhaps what all of us are trying to do here in Toastmasters, especially our communication skills. The evaluation segment is divided into three. First, our speech evaluators will provide their observations for the respective speakers and their projects that they have observed. Then the auxiliary role players will have their session and reports. Finally, I will present my observation for the entire meeting. So let's begin with our speech evaluators. Our first speech was delivered by Toastmaster Avishi, and her speech was evaluated by Toastmaster Anand Kumar. Let's hear from Toastmaster Anand Kumar. I encourage both my speech evaluators to follow the CRC approach and deliver their commendations on both sides of this evaluation and have the recommendations placed in the middle. Toastmaster Anand Kumar.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Roli. So I'll begin with first things first. The first thing which she mentioned right up front was a beautiful anecdote, or rather, I should say, comparison that was of the cuckoo and that of a crow. So, being Indians, this is a simple proverb which we have heard in Hindi. So, the audience awareness of the speaker was something which the speaker had a good control over. Second thing which she actually slipped in really very well was by stating that the research has said. So what she was actually doing was that she was bringing credibility towards her speech and posed this audience to listen what was coming next. Third thing, my communication style is not easy, and I figured it out. So if you see the overall timing of her speech, that was roughly around 5 minutes, 30 seconds to 6 minutes. And she actually completed this whole setup, this whole intro in the first 30 to 40 odd seconds. Now, this is really very important because if you give a lot of time of your introduction of your speech, so let's say for more than 1 minute or 2 minutes, so that actually drains the impact of your speech. And the speaker knew well of how to fragment the time in which segment of the speech she should actually deliver more time, she should actually give more time, and the aspects of a speech where she should actually not give that much amount of time. The next thing which I really liked was she asked a question. So when she asked a question, that quickly made the audience come up onto the stage and answer. It made them feel that they too were involved in this process. She talked about her leadership, the communication styles, that was the listening, direct, the initiative, so forth and so on. She also has a good language, and one place where she actually said was that make it delicious, and she rolled it over time and again and again. So that was a good place and a good punchline, which I said. There were 3 recommendations on my part, which I would like to highlight, which she might try to bring in. The first is that when she asks the audience about a question, be enthusiastic about the audience's response and just don't ask it for the sake of asking it. The second is that I felt that it was not necessary to mention the time frame when you were serving as one of the officers, that was from September till whatever time. It didn't carry any weightage or any impact towards the speech. The third was that you actually didn't move towards the right or towards the left. So you could have actually enacted the scenes when you were talking about the initiative style, when you were talking about the direct style, so forth and so on. So you could have used the stage. Overall, the speech was really very impactful. She had a good language, she had a good intro, she knew about the timings, and she can nail the speech in her coming days. It's over for me for the time being. Hand it over to our Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anand. Toastmaster Anand had excellent observations and fantastic analytical skills. I love the way he connected the use of the communication style and the proverbial reference to what we have heard since our childhood to the audience awareness aspect. And I really liked his awareness of the time distribution. A couple of things that I would like to challenge Toastmaster Anand with for his future evaluations. First, try not to use the word recommendations. Second, try not to use you and she. Just choose one and stick to whatever comes naturally to you. Third, your own time distribution was a little off. So just focus on it a little bit more in future. But thank you so much for your great analytical skill over there. My next speech evaluator is Toastmaster Devidi, who will be evaluating the speech of Toastmaster Bhavya Jain. Let's welcome Toastmaster Devidi.
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator. Am I clearly audible? A warm good evening, everybody, once again. It is said that leadership is not a position or title, it is action and example. By giving the speech titled Successful Club Contest, Toastmaster Bhavya shows that she believes in action and she would like to set an example. Toastmaster Bhavya started off her introduction with a very catchy opening, that is by giving examples from the field of business. And also she related well to the theme by bringing in the example of E. Sridharan. And when you have a good opening, the audience will be glued to your speech and they would love to listen to the entire speech. And that was a job very well done. And then how did she do the transition? She again transitioned with a very good line by saying that I want to be like that inspirational people. I want to be inspirational. And when transitions are very important to understand the different structures, different aspects of a speech, different components of a speech, and you should have a very clear transition. And Toastmaster Bhavya has done that very well. And also she structured her speech into components by saying the values which she want to show, the people who will help her, and she explained the roles and responsibilities of each and every people clearly. And also what I loved was the inspiring tone what Toastmaster Bhavya used. That is, she said that mentors should come forward, you should leave your fears ahead, and that was very encouraging. Now when a speech is at a 4.5 star level, how can we take it to a 5-star, total 5-star level? That is, number one, I would request Toastmaster Bhavya to challenge herself a bit more on explaining what is the contest all about. Here we have audience who are non-Toastmasters. If she could bit explain about what are these contests, what exactly is ISC, what is table topic contest, bit more, 2-3 lines more, it would be real add more value to the speech. Also, if she can explain the challenges that any plan or any plan can face, because any plan or any leadership initiative comes with its own set of challenges. If we can look to the challenge aspect as well, she mentioned very well what things, how the planning should happen. Even if she could account the challenges and say how she plans to overcome it, that will add again more value to the speech. Lastly, I would suggest Toastmaster Bhavya to summarize her speech a little more by adding 2-3 more sentences by telling what she wants to do, what challenges she's looking, and what support she expects from the members. Overall, I would like to say that the speech had a good introduction, good transition, nice components. She could work on challenges and little more explanation of contest. I'm sure she'll reach that 5-star level. Over to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Devi. So once again, a very keen observer, just like our previous speech evaluator. I loved the structured evaluation. I loved how she called attention to each point that she was making. How did she make the transition? And then an explanation of the point. So the audience's attention is not just retained, it is captivated to make sure that we also remember these points later while delivering our speeches and while delivering our evaluations. I really enjoyed the 4.5 star to 5 star. It was quite innovative. I just hope that in her future evaluations and speeches and roles, Toastmaster Devi maintains a better eye contact with her camera. Sometimes it's a little difficult when we are reading from our notes and then getting back to the lens. So just work on that aspect, because I'm sure that you have many contests to participate in, and we have our star evaluator. So kudos to our honest poll generator, Toastmaster Anand. He's just informed me that we don't need the polls because he already exceeded the time, unfortunately, during his evaluation. So the audience can still decide and just let them know if they want to about each of the improvement areas that these evaluators can take forward. Next, we come to our tag team session. So our tag team session is led by our listener session. And let me invite on stage one of our veteran and extremely tender-aged Toastmaster Jyoti Kumari to conduct the listener session. Toastmaster Jyoti Kumari, let's have you on stage.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. I just wish I can say that the second part of it is true. So let's begin with the listener session today. And there is a minefield of knowledge, wild guesses made by different parties, which I'm going to put forward to you and see how well you were attending to whatever was being spoken on the stage. So I'm going to pick my victims. And I have a very unique number here, 13 participants. So I wish you all the very best. So let me ask a question to Toastmaster. Okay, Toastmaster Tito Matthews. Toastmaster Tito, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
So Toastmaster Devi D, while giving her evaluation, used an abbreviation from Toastmasters parlance. So can you tell me what it was? And if you can expand it also for the non-Toastmaster guests.
My apologies. Sorry, I don't remember. My apologies.
Anyone else would like to answer this question? Toastmaster Devi?
ISC.
Yeah, that's right. IST stands for International Speech Contest. ISC, it stands for International Speech Contest, and that's the contest on which Toastmaster Bhavya was delivering her speech today. Thank you, Toastmaster Devi. You actually remembered what you spoke in the flow. Let's move on to the next question. The next question is, Toastmaster Karthik guessed the time taken by a train to reach from Delhi to Kanyakumari. How much was the guess of Toastmaster Karthik?
Can I?
Yeah, Manat, please.
It was 66 hours.
You are absolutely right. And Toastmaster Karthik was somewhat right when he guessed it to be 66 hours. Can you answer the question? What is the exact time period needed?
Yeah, it's 3 hours, 3 days or 58 hours.
That's perfect. Thank you, Toastmaster Manat. Now we'll have another question, and it is a tricky one. What is the route Toastmaster Tito explained from reaching from Delhi to Kanyakumari? The train route which Toastmaster Tito explained. The one who answers this will definitely get a gift from me, except Toastmaster Tito. Any show of hands? Okay, let me pick my target. So Toastmaster Geeta, can you answer this? Maybe some part of it?
Yeah, I remember it goes through Bhopal. Bhopal, then that's all I can remember. Bhopal, Indore, that's all.
Okay. Anybody else would like to add to this route?
I know only one part of it. From here we go to Agra, and after that I don't know.
Yeah, so from Delhi.
First stop is Agra.
Yeah, from Delhi we go to Agra. From Agra we go to Bhopal.
Yeah.
Can someone add more to it?
The irony is that I've been there. I've been from Delhi to Kanyakumari and I've forgotten.
Didn't go to Palghat.
No, definitely not. You can't go from Bhopal to Palghat. So, okay, let me just fill in. Delhi to Agra to Bhopal to Andhra. To
Coimbatore.
Yes, Coimbatore. Then to Palghat. And finally to Kanyakumari. So this gift is reserved for me now. Thank you so much, everyone. So the next question is, what style of leadership, what style of communication did Toastmaster Avishi exhibit when she was playing the role of Vice President Education? This is an easy one. Toastmaster Vipul, would you like to answer this?
Like, apologies. I know she mentioned something like this, but I should have been more in an active listening mode. Apologies.
No problem. I am also filling in my memory here because I myself don't know this part. Toastmaster Karthik.
Can you please repeat the question? I
What
forgot.
style of communication did Toastmaster Avishi exhibit when she was playing the role of Vice President?
I can't recall. Apologies.
Anyone? Anand?
It was a direct communication, and that it was not a VP Ed, but rather BPM.
Okay. All
Can
right. BPM part is correct, but direct communication part is not correct.
Can I?
Yes, please.
She used to be excited and would welcome and tell the new guests very warmly and very excitedly about the club.
Yeah, that's correct. She has labeled it as one style of communication.
Initiative, is it initiative? Taking initiative?
I don't exactly remember what it is. Let's ask Toastmaster Avishi. I think it's interactive. Toastmaster Avishi, can you confirm? Is there?
Avishi has got dropped off.
Initiative.
It's initiative.
Hmm.
So, Toastmaster Karthik, do we have time for some more questions?
We have 7 seconds.
Oh, wow. All right. So this is going to be quick. Toastmaster Bhavya mentioned 4 names: Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, Dash, and E. Sridharan. Please fill in and I'll end my role. Toastmaster Bhavya?
Zaha Hadid.
I still didn't get it.
Zaha Hadid.
All right, now I'll have to Google him. That's all from my side. Over to Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you, Madam Listener. And if you wouldn't mind going off the stage and keeping your video and audio on, we'd like to welcome you back as the language evaluator.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator again. So today I had a good time in my language evaluator session also, and there were many good usages of language which I would like to repeat and recollect at the end of my report. So Toastmaster Tito used a triad: grit, courage, and honesty. He also used very good phrases. He termed the table topic session as unprepared speech section, which hit me as a breeze of fresh air. He said the evaluation section as self-awareness section. He said tender age of 88. By that standards, I am still tender age. Then he used the word wild guess. Toastmaster Karthik Mishra used another triad: note, remind, and report. Toastmaster Alok in his our counter introduction used the words crutch words and flow of speech. Toastmaster Avishi had a lot of good sentences. She used a good comparison, sweet like cuckoo and annoying like a crow. The title of her speech, I have been adaptive unconsciously, was a very good sentence. She used phrases like beat around the bush, gregarious, communication is like a pizza, until this Tuesday. Toastmaster Anand, her evaluator, used yeah, sure, why not? So that was a good combination of words. He used first things first, 30 to 40 odd seconds. There was one incorrect usage where he used fragment the time, and it could have been better used as divide the time. Toastmaster Bhavya in her speech used the triad teamwork, integrity, and quality oriented, and she used the phrase put your fears away. Toastmaster Devi D, evaluating Toastmaster Bhavya's speech, used this the phrase raise from 4.5 star level to 5-star level, and she used a sentence, she believes in action and would like to set an example, which was beautiful. In the table topic section, I can't really take the name of all the table topic speakers, but I would just go through the usages of the words. So the words used are selfless attitude, zoom back, waiting for 8 p.m. broadcast on DD News, cohabitate with internet. Then we have a rhetoric question, have we not been playing with nature? Then red tapeism, retained, keen observer, honest poll generator. So the third part of the language evaluators report is the word of the day, and I'm very, very sad to say that it was used just twice. It was used once by Tito Matthews and once by Toastmaster Bhavya Jain. So I'll be proactive in choosing the word of the day, and in the next meeting I'm going to choose it as just audible, so that everyone uses it at least once. Over to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jyoti. And now we move on to our R-Counters report from Toastmaster Alok Kujur. Please help me welcome Alok Kujur.
Evaluated. Here's my R-Counter report. First, I would like to begin with myself. I had multiple pauses, long pauses during my impromptu speech, and I used 5 times. Going ahead, I would like to say that guest Mannat, she is a 8-year class 8 student, but her fluency in English language is quite impressive. She, in her impromptu speech, just used the filler word 4 to 5 times. That's quite impressive. Toastmaster Jyoti used 5 times. Toastmaster Tito used 4 times. I guess he used it casually because it's such a good speaker. It was not due to lack of words, but he might have used it casually. So that's my report. Toastmaster Anand used 3 times and had a short pause in his speech. Toastmaster guest Vipul was also quite good in his impromptu speech, but he has a tendency to use multiple times, and he also had a short pause in his speech. Going ahead, Toastmaster Karthik used 5 times and had short pauses in his speech. Guest Vidya, I noticed she has a tendency to stitch multiple sentences together using and, so she used and repeatedly, and she also used 6 times. Toastmaster Geeta, she was absolutely perfect in her impromptu speech. She just used twice. I am really happy to announce that Toastmaster Avishi, Toastmaster Bhavya, Toastmaster Davidi, and Toastmaster Ruli, they didn't use any filler words in their speeches today. So a big round of applause for them. I guess that's all from my side. Thank you. Back to Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Alok. Let's hear from our timer now, Toastmaster Karthik. Toastmaster Karthik, the stage is yours.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Now coming to my timing sheet. The meeting started well on time. Kudos to Sergeant Arms Anand Kumar. Then being acting president, Anand Kumar had taken 6 minutes 12 seconds, exceeded by 2 minutes. Coming to team mod, he had taken 4 minutes 1 second within time limit in the grace period. And coming to the respected arc counter introduction, everyone was within their time limit. Speaker 1 Avishi had taken 6 minutes 8 seconds. Speaker 2 Bhavya had taken 6 minutes 22 seconds. Both of them are within time limit. Now coming to table topics, Anand had taken 2 minutes 15 seconds in grace period. Mannath had taken 1 minute 42 seconds. Vipul had taken 1 minute 41 seconds. Vidya had taken 2 minutes 28 seconds in grace period. Geeta had taken 2 minutes 26 seconds, same on the borderline. Alok had taken 1 minute 36 seconds. General Evaluator Roli on introduction had taken 1 minute 57 seconds. Speech Evaluator Anand had taken 3 minutes 31 seconds, exceeded time limit. Speech Evaluator to Devi D had taken 3 minutes 19 seconds, on the borderline of time limit. Listener Jyoti Kumari had taken 6 minutes 18 seconds within time limit, and she had taken as a language evaluator 3 minutes 22 seconds, and Alok as an R counter had taken 2 minutes 20 seconds. That's it from my report. 2 disqualifications, and that's it from my end. Thank you. Over to General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Karthik. Let me first begin with my R counter, timer, language evaluator, and lister. Basically, we club them under auxiliary role players and not R counters. That's just for our timer to note. So it wasn't just the R counter introduction. But that bit aside, I'm very happy that the listener had a very entertaining, challenging, and incentivizing session overall. And I loved how she said, let me just fill in. It was such a positive note and a very encouraging way to boost everyone that it's okay if you weren't listening all the time, you can do better next time. And at one point I felt it was like going like an exploratory session that everyone was trying to figure out the stops on the Delhi Kanyakumari train route and figuring out which kind of communication style a person had actually pronounced, taking advantage that the person was not in the room. I was actually reminded of the observational humorist role that I had introduced many eons ago, because this one just had peals of laughter going on all throughout. And to the language evaluator, I would like to first of all apologize. I should have been more proactive in the usage of the word. I know I put it down in capital letters, but then I just went and got lost in my notes. But the language evaluator, such a comprehensive report, outlining the figures of the speech, calling out the triads, and using fantastic words and phrases in her own report, like repeat and correct, breeze of fresh air. And I loved it that she finally got the tender age joke. And from one perspective, when you look at it from my perspective, yes, you are tender and will be for a very long time. And considering that Toastmaster Anand just all of a sudden started feeling very elderly because of a Gavelier's entry, I think age is just a number and we all play pranks with it. The R counter, Alok Kujur. Very nice intro. And I loved it how he so honestly began with himself, and then he went on to deliver one of the most positive R counter reports that I have heard, because he was complimenting every speaker while telling them what they can improve upon, and he used such nice phrases, stitches the sentences together. It's such a beautiful way to report the R counter, and then finally ended on a high note with applause. Very well done there. And to the timer, I really applaud him for taking him the role impromptu. And I wish that the R counter and the timer would just take a leaf out of our language evaluator and listeners' books and make sure that their intro is very well connected with the meeting theme, because it just makes the flow that much better. And it makes all of us focus on a particular theme and intensifies the depth on which we are trying to assimilate knowledge on a particular topic, whichever has been chosen as a theme. Let me come to the Sergeant at Arms and President. So this is obviously a day when a lot of people are playing dual roles and impromptu dual roles. So thank you for all of you hardworking Toastmasters. Our Sergeant at Arms took on the acting president's role. Very clear explanation of the roles, and the slides are very well set in. They are explained. Just the right amount of time is spent on every slide of the Sergeant at Arms section. And what really touched my heart was the warm welcome to the guests. It was almost personal, very good touch. And he also had an introduction of the TMOD, which was unique to him. The TMOD then took over the meeting, and what a well-researched and well-prepared theme. Very well done. I just feel that preparation could also have been done while preparing the introductions for the other role players and not just the speakers. That just makes, again, the meeting flow a lot better. I'm very happy that everything was covered. Mention of the meeting structure, the ballot link, the voting will be called out and people should vote. I really like the questions that he had asked the speakers. In fact, they were thought-provoking questions. The table topic session, very nice session. We had 6 speakers, and each of these speakers took on a challenging topic and gave a very nice twist to it. Some were humorous, like Toastmaster Vidya Kurup. Thank you for reminding me of my goal. We often forget. That was such a nice touch. And then she danced through her plan. Then Toastmaster Vipul Ved before that had a very nice structure, taking us back 20 years and then getting us back now, and then comparing it, and then using a very nice phrase like cohabitate with internet. The Toastmaster Manat, I feel I should I call her Toastmaster, because she shows such professionalism and commitment towards her communication and leadership skill, just as a Gavalier at this moment. Don't know where she will go as a Toastmaster. I loved her speech. She stuck to the story. She had a very clear objective, and she went to the explanation of her story in a very constructed fashion. To Toastmaster Anand Kumar, very nicely delivered topic. I think that there is a common suggestion that I have for all the table topic speakers. If possible, try to pick up a story, anything that you've heard before or from your own life, just so that you can string the entire table topic along that. Which brings me to the fact that when Toastmaster Geeta Kashyap and Toastmaster Alok Kujur were handling their topics on reasons for climate change and privatization of government activities, these are extremely difficult topics. They delivered very well, but I would suggest strongly to the table topics master that what has been introduced by the TMOD as the theme is solid ground for practical application in the table topics. So sticking to that theme will make sure that everybody is getting more and more out of that theme. And it will prompt our TMODs to come up with more innovative and well-constructed themes. Today was a very good example. There were so many inspirational topics that could have been taken out of that. Also, again, intro should be for the table topic master, stick to the meeting theme. That intro will again bring it better flow. And thank you so much for everyone for making this a happening meeting, even though it was attended by a slightly lesser number of attendees than I would have liked. Back to Mr. Table Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Tito Matthew. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Roli, for such a wonderful session. So my first question, why was that Konkan Railway project so tough? Any guesses from anyone? Why was Konkan Railway one of the toughest rail projects in the world?
Because it was in a mountainous terrain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other thing? So I will share some statistics. In a stretch of 82 kilometers, there were 93 tunnels that had to be built. In a stretch of 750 kilometers, there were almost 150 bridges that had to be built. And this Konkan Railway stretched from Ratnagiri, Madgaon, and that coastal area, the Western Ghats, it used to go from there. And during the rainy season, it used to be really tough to build those tunnels and maintain so that the rocks doesn't fall on the railway track. So that's why it was considered one of the toughest. The British team who came here, they said that this is just not possible. And once this project was built, they covered this project under the Extreme Railways program by Chris Tarrant. This was, and it was voted as one of the toughest rail projects across the world. In the year 1990, when Dr. Sridharan retired, he was made the chairman of the Konkan Railway project. The government has been very proactive. The day he retired, he was made the chairman, and he ensured that this Konkan Railway project was completed well within time, within the budgets. His next big assignment is something that is very close to all our hearts, and that is the Delhi Metro project. 25 years back, or probably 20 years back, if someone had said that in the coming years in Greater Kailash or in Model Town or in Rajouri Garden or in Moti Nagar, you will see trains running around, it would have been unimaginable, unbelievable. But today, that has been made possible. We see trains underground, over the bridge, so many types of trains running around across Delhi. And that has been made possible by E. Sridharan, who has been named the Metro Man of India. He retired in the year 2011 from DMRC, and post that also, he has been on the advisory board of multiple metro projects. It was Lucknow Metro, Jaipur Metro, Andhra, Kochi Metro. And one thing I'm sure you all will agree with me, that If it's a government employee or a private sector employee, if they want to work in a systematic manner, there will be a lot of challenges and problems that they have to undergo, pleasing everyone and all. Despite all the challenges that he faced in his life, he had a glorious career. Managing a rail project with so many private parties involved, government interferences, still having a glorious career and going on to receive awards like Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan, Time Magazine Asia Award and all, it is something that is really commendable. It is a lesson. It is a lesson for all of us that any field that we are working in, any field, whether it's in private sector or government organization, if we are sincere, dedicated, we have the courage to take decisions and we work hard, we can leave a mark for ourselves. For generations, people will appreciate that work. Because of this reason only, Dr. Sridharan has been named a Karma Yogi. The entire theme of today's meeting has been taken from the book, The Karma Yogi, and I would request each one of you to read that book. In a session of 2 hours, it's not possible to cover all the points, but it will be really inspiring. So please go and read the book, The Karma Yogi. With this, I hand over the stage back to our dear President, Toastmaster Bhavya Jain.
Thank you so much, all the role players, guests, speakers, for making this a proactive meeting. So with this, I would request the Tech Master to please launch the polls for the best role player. You can vote for Table Topic Master, Toastmaster Karthik, and our Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Tito Matthew. The polls are on your screen, you can vote. So 3 people are left to vote. 1 people. Okay, so now I'm ending the poll. Thank you everyone for voting. So I would be taking the feedback from guests now. Okay, so the poll for auxiliary role player is also there, so you can vote for them as well. Language evaluator, Toastmaster Jyoti. Counter, Toastmaster Alok. Timer, Toastmaster Karthik. And listener, Toastmaster Jyoti. So 2 people are left. Okay, so now I would be ending the poll. Thank you everyone for voting. So let's take the feedback from our guests. In the meantime, the speakers can quickly fill the evaluation. The speech evaluators can fill the evaluation form of the speaker and send to the speakers. And there's a feedback link in the chat box. You can fill the speech feedback and the meeting quality feedback form. In the meantime, I would be taking feedback from guests, starting with guest Tanu Sharma. Please share your introduction and how you liked the meeting. Guest Tanu, are you there? Okay, so let's move to our next guest, Toastmaster Manat Kaur. Please share your feedback.
Thank you so much. I felt that this session was a great one. It was interactive in all the ways. Like the table topics master had great topics and they were very involving. The listener had great questions, and they were basically there were some questions that were very much in the speech, and we were able to relate with them and answer. And I thought that this was a flawless one. I just had one query. Usually in New Delhi Givers Club, while giving the report for the language evaluator, it is always recommended to never to keep it as an anonymous evaluation and to not mention the names of the Gaviliers who use the good phrases or the incorrect languages. So can you clarify, do we have to use it, or we can say the names of the Gaviliers?
Yeah, so we don't say the name of the people who use the wrong grammar so that they don't get demotivated, but it is always good to encourage the Toastmasters who use the good use of language. So you can always point out that that this person said this nicely, they use this new word or phrase. So this gives a motivation to the members who speak good. So you can always name the Toastmasters who use the right usage of grammar and avoid the wrong one.
Okay, thank you. That was my only query. And I wish to attend more such meetings from Delhi One Toastmasters.
Yes, and we are looking forward to see you in our meeting, and it's really encouraging for us also to see you in the meeting. So hope to see you in the next meeting as well.
Same here.
So now I would request Toastmaster Anand to please share the certificates. So everyone make sure that you have filled the feedback link in the chat box. So starting with the awards, the best auxiliary role player for today goes to Toastmaster Jyoti for performing both the roles listener as well as language evaluator. Congratulations, Toastmaster Jyoti.
Thank you. Thank you.
Next award for the best evaluator goes to Toastmaster Devi D. Congratulations, Toastmaster Devi.
Thank you so much.
The best table topic speaker, the most consistent in our club, Toastmaster Geeta Kashyap. Congratulations, Toastmaster Geeta.
Thank you.
And also, it also goes to the Gavalian Mannat. Congratulations, Mannat. The best speaker goes to Toastmaster Avishi. Congratulations, Avishi.
Thank you.
The best role player award goes to Toastmaster Tito Matthew. Congratulations, Toastmaster Tito. So thank you. So moving to back to the guest feedback. To guest Vipul, please share your feedback.
Thanks, Bhavya. A lot of things stood out for me today, but I think I'll just mention the strongest one, and that was the ability to give brutally honest feedback to each other. Like, I've been a proponent of improving by feedback, and I see that warm camaraderie among everyone, and we're able to give brutally honest feedback. So really like that vibe, and look forward to attending such meetings in future as well. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Vipul. Great to have you in our meeting and see you in the next meeting as well.
Sure. Thanks, Bhavya.
So I think we are done with the guest feedback. So it's time for a group C. Everyone can turn on their videos. Mannat, Tanu. Mannat, come on, we want to see you.
Yeah, I'm just switching on my.
Yeah. Tanu, you should also turn on your video. Okay, we can do one for Delhi. Come on, Tanu, we want to see you. Mannat and Tanu, we are waiting for both of you. Come on.
Let's also encourage Toastmaster Tito to come back on screen.
Toastmaster Tito's there.
I can't see him. Why can't I see Toastmaster Tito?
Should we wait for
I hope I'm
should we wait
visible.
for Tanu?
Yes, Tanu, we can turn on your video. Okay, we can.
Okay. Everyone smile. I'll take another. Tanu is again off. Okay. Everyone smile.
Is it necessary? I mean,
Yes.
to turn on the video, is it necessary?
Yes, we want to see you. Okay, now Tanu is also there.
Take another one. Bhavya is doing ragging of guest.
Then
Okay, Tanu, we would also like to have your feedback regarding our meetings. So please share your introduction as well as your feedback. Tanu, you can unmute yourself and share your feedback. Okay, so
I don't know what to say.
okay, you can introduce yourself, what you do, and how you got to know about your club, and what was your intent for joining today's meeting. Okay, you can unmute yourself, Tanu. We are waiting for you, Tanu. Come on.
I'm sorry, but I have to go. I
Okay,
have
no
to
problem. No problem.
submit some programs for
No
college.
problem. Okay, so next week we would be having our table topic and international speech contest. So we will be sharing the details of our nomination, so you can nominate yourself. And we want maximum participation because we are really working hard for this contest. So see you in the next meeting. Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thanks so much, everyone. Thanks.
I would like to ask for next meeting. I want to play T-Mod, so please take note.
Yes,
Tito.
sure.
And I forgot to mention about E. Sridharan, who was a theme. He used to wake up daily at 4:30 a.m.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that point. Thanks.
He sleep at 4:30 a.m.
He sleep at 9:30 p.m.
Okay. So goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye bye. Take care. And all the best for the contest.
All the best. Bye.
Bye.